issue we got on our hands is behind me. We got Honua, Bioenergy, and we're facing some bad things for our environment, for people of our community, and the ocean. The life of our ocean, the life of our land, our shoreline here. These guys, they want to inject the water wells, the aquifer, and they want to discharge that into our bay out here in Pepeekeo, and we can't let that happen. Well, we're gonna ask for contested case hearing. I already put in a written request. I sent it to all the people that Department of Health and President of Honua, which would be Warren Lee, and a few more people. So, we need to get to the bottom of this. The fact that our community, Pepeekeo, 96783, that area code there, we don't know nothing. We want to know, how did this business here get this far without our community knowing anything about it, not given a chance to voice themselves? Since we are the community, we are taxpayers, we are the people that makes this community, and we're concerned, very concerned.
This aquifer leaches out fresh water that's important for the ecosystem, especially right here in the bay. They haven't had to do an environmental assessment or an environmental impact statement, so if those injections or the stormwater runoff does impact the environment, then they're not going to be able to tell, because they haven't done the pre-studies, and frankly they're lying about what they're doing. Their president, Warren Lee, stood up at a community meeting here and said they're only going to inject one chemical into the aquifer when their permit says they're going to inject over 24. So they're building here, they're going to be part of this community now, and we ask them to be honest and make sure that what they're doing is done in a Pono way, because if they're going to be operating here, then they have a responsibility for this aina, and if they're not going to be honest, then they shouldn't operate.
Well, our main concern is we're parents raising our 3 small children just right up the road here, and so for me the thought is always, what is their quality of life going to be? What is left to them after 30 years of Honua's operations? After they're allowed to overdraw from the aquifer, pump greenhouse gas emissions into the air, inject an unimaginable amount of hot and toxic water down into the sea cliffs and into the ocean. And not just our keiki or Pepeekeo's keiki, but this plant is going to impact communities and resources across this whole coast, Hamakua to Hilo.
There's a lot of people in our community that still uses the ocean as their resource to put food on their table, to feed their families. They're not that privileged to go to town and buy dinner, Their food to raise their family comes from this shoreline right here. And my job as the chairman of the Pepeekeo Shoreline Fishing Committee is to make sure that this right here never gets taken away from our community.